Can the Surface laptop take down the mighty MacBook Pro? It's time for a face-off. But when it comes to design, the MacBook Pro is definitely a classic. You get aluminum all the way around. I love the fact that the speakers flank here. You get really great sound. The touch bar, a lot of people say it's gimmicky, but it's not, because it changes the way you work and it speeds up your workflow. And on the back, you get your iconic Apple logo.
Classic and iconic are becoming synonymous with cliched. Meanwhile, I've got this lovely burgundy beast right here. So it's got this sexy faux suede deck that's comfortable to type on. It makes for a really good palm rest. Also, we've got these colors. So you've got burgundy, you've got cobalt blue, which is my favorite, compared to space gray and gold. Alright, so not only do I have this funky colored, it has a USB 3.0 port, full, might I add, a mini display port, and it has a proprietary charging dock.
Okay, but there's nothing cool about not being ready for the future. And the MacBook Pro gives you two USB-C ports with Thunderbolt 3 support, which means you'll be able to plug it into docks and multiple monitors, as well as a growing number of graphics amps. You will have to pay a little bit more for the touch bar version if you want 4 USB-C, but I like the fact that they're looking towards the future and not the past.
But dongle-like.
What's that one thing you're going to be staring at most? It's not this fuzzy little deck. It's the display. In the case of the MacBook Pro, it's super bright. In fact, it got over 450 nits, and we even had to turn it down in order for you folks to see this on camera.
It's not like we're lacking in brightness over here. It's 361 nits. I won't burn my retina staring into that bright thing. But I will say that we are definitely more colorful, as we are 135% of the color gamut compared to your 123%. Look at this. Compared to your bar, that little strip that would be right here, I could touch it, Mark. You know you
would,
want
but
to.
it's still kind of oddly tall compared to this guy.
Listen, don't size shame. We have a 7th gen Kaby Lake Core i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 256 gig SSD. We ran the Dirt 3 test. This actually got 68 frames per second compared to your little 41. And on Geekbench, we did an above average 7,000. How's it looking over there?
Actually a lot better than above average, because this is a MacBook Pro, and we don't deal in above average. We go with exemplary, and in this case we got 9,000 on Geekbench 4. And here's the real kicker. The SSD inside this guy got over 700 megabytes per second versus 110 for the Surface. So for those scoring at home, that's 7 times faster.
Speed kills, Mark. Speed kills.
Let's talk about staying power. On our laptop mag battery test, the MacBook Pro lasted about 8 hours and 40 minutes, which is above average for your ultra portable.
Over here, we don't do above average, we do exemplary. So we got a little bit over 9 hours, and to just quote my 80s baby, we just kept going and going and going. The Surface starts at $999, and as I recall, that's $300 cheaper than the MacBook Pro?
That's true, but if you want the fancy color from Microsoft, you're going to have to step way up to $12.99. The same as this for the entry-level price.
Do get the color. And for that extra $300, not only do you get a pretty laptop, you get a laptop with double the storage.
Well, that's awesome. So you get double the slow storage.
Cold-blooded, sir. Cold-blooded.
I'm going to stick with my MacBook Pro, thanks. For more on this face-off, make sure you go to laptopmag.com.